Okay, so let's just take a little bit of. We've touched on some difficult aspects, in particular that you mentioned about the brides. Sometimes you can have a bridezilla.
Well, it is actually in the dictionary, so
Really?
there's more than one.
Okay, but I'd like to take you back to
Yes.
before your name was out and before you were, when you were establishing yourself and starting out. So, and can you talk about some of the difficult aspects of developing yourself in this career?
Even now, I sometimes think back, and I have to sort of slap myself out of it. I feel guilty that my children came second. Like I would put work first. And so guilt was a big thing, but I knew that I had to do it. So I was always trying to juggle, trying to be able to be a mum and be a good mum, and also get the business going, and also make sure the clients are happy. So it was having all these different hats and trying to keep everybody happy, which often led me doing a lot of extra hours. That's why I said if it was just for the money in the beginning, I would have no one works for free for that long. So some of the difficulties would be from the very beginning would be the financial restraint compared to say we decided not to take out a loan to do this. We didn't want to have the overheads of having to pay back a loan plus the interest on it. I wanted to do it slowly and develop it slowly, knowing who I am. If too much came too quickly, I get overwhelmed and I would just break down. I wouldn't be able to do anything. So there was that. But as far as the financial restraint with a lot of the things I did have to learn myself. So in the beginning I did have to do the website myself because we didn't have the money to have someone help us. But in a way it was good because I then learned all the different aspects of the business, so that when someone comes to do, when a client, or if I outsource my all my website stuff now, I can just say to them, which is so much quicker because my time is value. I can do what I'm good at and have them do what they're good at. I can afford to do that now. And then I'll just say to them, do this, and bang, it's up there, instead of me trying to stumble through hours and hours. But back in the beginning, you had to do that yourself.
So even though you had to do it, not really by choice, like you wouldn't have chosen to do it, but you've seen it's had a lot of value added to you because you now have that additional skill.
Doing your own advertising, doing, I love the fact that with, what is it, when we did all of our, magazines, as in like our original portfolios, I learnt how to use different software and stuff like that. Another one would be, like in the beginning, is the unknown and not what to expect. So going into bridal, around July and December, everything would die off, and I would stress out majorly because I'm like, why is there no work coming in? Now I know the only time I can really have a break is July and end of December, beginning of January. But at the time, I would panic because I think there's no money there, there's no clients there, what's happening? The home work balance was always very hard because I remember even before I got married, when I was getting married, and I'll never forget this, one of the questions we had, because we got married in a Catholic church, so we had to answer these questions, and it was said, list your priorities, and not even thinking, I put work first. And it was only afterwards when we sort of discussed it that I realised, that shouldn't be the first priority. It should actually be your husband and your family, but that didn't happen. That took a long time to happen because I obviously had to devote a lot of my time to getting my business up and running. I had the energy desire. I wanted to do it. I had to do this. For me, it wasn't when the GFC hit, and it finally hit. When the GFC hit Australia, it only really sort of hit our business about 2 years later. I thought, oh my God, what do I do? Oh, what else do I do? What do I want to do? Like, I had never thought of doing anything else. And there's times that still happen even now occasionally. I will question, not so much, I question my ability, but also whether I'm in the right industry.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. And it's usually, not so much now, but I know it was something recent actually. It was not when COVID hit. When COVID hit, I tried to remain positive. I actually got a lot of industry members when we were able to get together, we can have 5 people, try to lift our spirits up and work together and create a lot of photo. We ended up doing, I would normally do like maybe 5 photo shoots a year. We did some like 30 photo shoots that 1 year. And just tried to network with everybody and keep our spirits up and share the information while COVID was still there, but to try to look at the positives, like, because the wedding industry was absolutely obliterated.
Yes.
So there's that. But yeah, if I have a client who, and like I said, it doesn't happen very often. When I look back, it's probably only been, maybe one every 2 or 3 years that has really affected me to the point where I think maybe this is a wrong industry for me. And then I have to actually go back but then that same day, I'll have all these clients coming in saying how happy they are. My husband will say, go read some of your testimonials, look at all these happy clients. And even Mum said, you can never please everyone. There'll always be someone who's not happy. And that then reinforces I am in the right.
Okay, because I was going to ask you, how do you get over that hurdle of
it's hard.
Feeling that you're in the wrong industry?
Because I still feel personally attacked, even though it actually is personal, because they are attacking you because you are the head, that you're the main person they see. They don't really see, maybe they might sometimes see 1 or 2 employees, but usually it's just you that they see. So for me, it is a personal attack.
Do you feel it's also a personal attack because you put a piece of you into every piece that you create?
Yes. So there'll be quite often where, there's even times where, and this happens quite often, where I think they really need to have this extra bit of work done for it to be perfect. I won't charge them for that. I just say, look, I know that this is as much as you can afford. I'm going to do this for you because I know that the dress is just going to look so much better if we do it.
And
so
it comes back to that quality and the value of giving them.
And to the point where, and it took me till last year, where I even put the priority of my clients above my own health. When COVID dropped back, and so we had a lot of pre-COVID brides whose weddings were put on hold. Last year you'd have your regular clients start to pick up, and then you'd have your pre-COVID bride come in and say, oh look, we've got a date now, it's 6 weeks away, let's continue. And I did it, but to a lot of health issues, which I'm still getting over now. But it then made me reposition, not reposition, not the right word, reevaluate, what I was going to do for this year. And that was literally that saying no is okay. Not taking on work is okay. I've done most of our pre-COVID girls because I didn't want to put them out. Reduce the amount of dresses that we do each year, and start to put myself, my health, my family, friendships, all that sort of stuff, to give it equal.
To balance it.
Equal to balance it equally. Hello, Lorelei.
How's it going?
Good.
Thank you. I'll just pause this again.